Good morning guys and welcome back to Allotment. It's the 2nd of October 2021. What a year this has been. I'm just up in the shed. You can probably hear what the weather's like outside. It's absolutely thrown it down, blown a gale. But you know what, I have a different perspective on life these days. And I'm even pleased I'm here to see this. Right, I'm just going to bang on, have this cup of coffee, and I'm going to try and get this stock loft cleaned out that we didn't get cleaned out before COVID struck. I'm just going to go in there. I'm not going to lift the floors. I don't have the energy to do that. I'm going to go in and clean the nest box perches down, give them a good clean. And I've got some little bottle of mite spray that I do at the end of the season, and we'll catch the pigeons up, and I'm going to just give them a little warm spot on the back of the neck just to keep them right through winter. And then once I've got them cleaned out, I'll maybe give you a quick look at them. Depending on how I feel after that, I might move into the 24-foot race loft again before it gets too bad, and just scrape down the drop boards underneath the perches, just to keep on top of that as well. We certainly won't be lifting the floors because there's next to nothing there. Just to keep on top of the drop boards, keep them clean, and the top of the feeders that we leave in there, just to keep on top of it really. And then maybe tomorrow, depending on how I feel, I might go and do the drop boards in the tin loft, and or move into this bottom shed that we haven't been in for a while, where the hens are, and give that a full bottoming out, depending how I feel and how the weather is, guys. Just going to have this cup of coffee and I'll bring you along. Right guys, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this with the light in here, but basically this is the depth of the floor under here, and I've decided I would concentrate on just this one loft and get it done for, it's done for winter then guys. I've been under this floor here, and likewise I don't know what you'll be able to see under it. No, you can't, but basically with all that up, all this up, there's a couple of buckets full of that's the last of the muck that's just come out of there, so I'm just about to throw that out. And we've got a couple of bags here for the compost as well guys. All the perches are all done, just need to put all the wood chips back in here now. It's likewise in here, reassemble it all, and then we'll give you a look at the pigeons. This will give you an idea what the weather's like guys. This is how bad the weather is. The birds are actually locked in the aviary at the moment, just while I get the wood chips back in there now, and then we'll let them back in it. But they aren't doing any harm, they're just having a bath. I'm just looking at these pigeons out in the aviary now guys, and they're turning out really nice, some of these youngsters. Going to make my job really hard. Just wanted to give you a quick look at that one that we were undecided on whether it was a recessive red or not. And as you can see, it is a lovely dark brown. I've never seen one that dark before. This one here is a recessive red, as you can see. The indigos are making out really nice now. They're getting through the moult really well. Nice pigeons. Frill stencil. Another indigo. Indigo stencil. We're getting really light this year. Yeah, she's going through the moult. There's the youngest one, the one that nearly didn't make it. It's turned out really nice. It's actually a better colour and illusion, a lot darker. However, it's not through the moult yet. Could lighten up after the moult. It's the latest one in this loft, so it's the furthest behind with the moult. But yeah, it's going to make my job difficult guys. Even the young blacks are looking really nice. So we've got the loft finished now. As you can, there's the other birds in the other aviary. Again, looking spectacular. Going to make my job really difficult narrowing all these down. Got that shed finished off now, guys. I'll just give you a quick look at the birds. Still got to move some stuff out of the corridor area and clean the corridor down as well. So I've been having a think already about what we can let go, and I've decided I'm going to let this double factor indigo go. Keeping the brown cock. He's got to be paid back to that lovely dark brown hen that I've just showed you. I'm going to let the white barred opal go as well. I'm keeping this almond. It's turned out really nice. It's even better now in his second year in the moult. I'm undecided about this black. We may let it go. Keeping the barless cock. And I'm thinking about selling this white bar Lebanon cock frill stencil, but it won't be cheap. I'm keeping this white check cock. I'm keeping the Qualmond. The ice split for barless will be available. And I'm going to let this white check Lebanon cock go as well. Now he does have droopy wings. Doesn't affect his flying, he can fly perfectly. It is sort of common with the Lebanons. He's also fully fertile, and he's also a good parent. As you know, I've got youngsters of him. He just walks like this, but he can fly perfectly. And he'll be much cheaper. But he is fertile. He's also a good parent. So that's just a couple to go out of here, guys. The ice split barless cock, the frill stencil Lebanon cock, the white bar opal cock, possibly the black cock, the white check Lebanon cock. I wish he would fly, and then you can see that he is actually perfectly fine. I bought him, he was like that when he came to me, by the way, guys. But he's fully healthy, fully fertile, can fly no problem. But he does walk around with his wings drooped like that. And then, as I say, the double factor indigo cock will be going as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we've selected to go out of here, guys. As you can see, guys, this is as bad as ever. I haven't had a single slot to try and get the grass with its final cut. Now we're into October now. The final cut now will probably put it right for winter, but it's been pouring down. Then I was sick, so it's not happening. Pouring down again this morning, and ironically it's dried up now. But I've got a couple more jobs done as well, guys. Not much, but a little bit more. So I've redone the path again for this year. We put another layer of cardboard down on top of the path. There wasn't any weeds. We just put another layer of cardboard down just to keep it all at bay, and we've put another full bag of easy bed on the top of here, guys. Same stuff we use for the pigeons and the chickens. Really good, and it's hard wood, so it'll take a while to break down as well. through the week I did come up with the nematodes. They landed and they've got to be used right away, and we've done the nematodes, and I've been coming up and keeping these beds damp. There wasn't as much in the packet as I thought it was going to be, so there was only enough to do these 2 beds basically. And I don't get bothered, touch wood, with slugs in here. It's more like white fly and scattered fly, etc. And the nematodes are designed to attack the eggs and whatever in the soil. So that's what we've done them with. We'll see whether they work or not. Still no sign on the lettuce, onions or leeks. But you can see that one row, ironically, only the one row of radish is starting to sprout. Oh, tell a lie. There's another few there. Yeah, so they are just starting to pop through now, the radish guys. I thought the lettuce might have been as well, because the lettuce are pretty quick to germinate as a rule, but they haven't came through as yet. So we'll just give the beds another drowning down to keep them right, because you've got to keep the beds wet. See how well they've came on just by hanging on there since last weekend. Yeah, you've got to keep the beds wet after you've applied these for a couple of weeks. So we've got the windows back in as well, in the doors. I had to cut a little piece off that. I didn't realise it was the window for the actual polytunnel, and I cut a little piece out to do a job with. But it's nothing to worry about, guys. The bottom window's back in now. It's much warmer in here. I mean, it's, I don't know if you can see the thermometer. Yeah, it's about 15 or 16 degrees in here, guys. And that's even with the door open. So we've put the panes back in this door as well now. It just brings the temperature up slightly, and we don't need it red hot for these types of vegetables. We just need it to be relatively okay. See if we get any crops out of these, guys. Right, guys, it's now 3:45 in the evening, or should I say tea time, and it's taken me since this morning about, I didn't come up too early, excuse me, I didn't come up too early this morning, probably about 10 o'clock, but it's taken me since I've got fed and watered all the birds and everything, checked in the garden, checked the fruit trees, etc. By the time I got started, it was probably 11 o'clock. So it's taken me from 11 o'clock until now to do everything. That's including putting the windows back in the polytunnel, putting the wood chips down, completely bottoming this stock loft, which is a good job. And thankfully it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and we managed okay. Just having a final cup of coffee now, and then I'm going down for some food. So yes, I've selected 5 of my breeding cocks that I will be letting go. I still need to work through these birds, but as they're going through the molt, it's making my job even harder, guys. So that's 5 cocks I've decided we're going to keep, and 5 that I'm going to let go out of that shed. I still need to sort through all the others. Predominantly I'm going to just be keeping stencils mostly. The barless cock and the brown cock. I'll be keeping brown hens and some young barless hens that are bred. But there's a lot of birds I'll be letting go, including some of the breeders, guys. So that's 5 of the breeding cocks, and I might let some of the breeding hens go as well. Depends. When I get through them and sort it out, guys. It's going to be a couple of weeks before I finally make my decisions, and then we'll photograph them. By that time they'll be just about through the molt then as well. And then we'll photograph them up and we'll get them on our website. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, that's it for today. Hope you're all staying safe, being practical and keeping yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for all your likes, dislikes, comments and your subscriptions, guys. I really do appreciate it. And wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.